What's going on, family? Welcome to the Manny Arango Ministries YouTube channel. So glad that you clicked on this video. Today, we're going to talk about how to honor bad leaders. That's right. At some point in your leadership journey, you're going to have to submit your life to people who are not necessarily the best leaders in the world. Maybe even some people that you feel like you could lead better than. But if we're going to be biblical leaders, if we're going to be David-like leaders, even when Saul throws spears at us, we still have to honor leaders that we may not respect. So today, we're going to dive into the difference between honor and respect. I hope this content blesses your life. Before we jump in to the content, before I give you these nuggets, these leadership nuggets, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. Maybe you've watched some other leadership material on this channel. I would love for you to help us out by subscribing to the channel and by leaving some comments in the comment section. That helps us out so much. We really believe that we have the potential to reach millions of people on this awesome platform called YouTube, and we need your help. So share this video with others, share it on social media, comment and subscribe. Okay, let's jump in. The first thing that we have to really kind of nail down is that there's a big difference between honor and respect. At some point, I think we've all been in a circumstance where in our eyes, a leader has lost respect in our eyes. So it's really hard to respect someone because they've done something that is, quite honestly, just disrespectful. They've done something that's not becoming of the office or of the position or of the title that they hold. And I think a lot of us have been in this position where maybe literally your leadership capacity is greater than the leadership capacity of the person that you have to follow. And what do we do in circumstances like that? What does the Bible say? And what is honestly our big, I'm gonna be looking at my phone because I've written notes here. The first thing that we're gonna get into is just the difference between honor and respect. Here we go. Let's break down this word. Respect. Respect, I love breaking down words. If you've been following our channel for any length of time, you know this. Respect means to do something again, and spect, that's the root word for like spectacle or spectate. So respect is to look again, all right? So when we respect someone, we're looking again at who this person has shown themselves to be, which means the Bible cannot demand, or the Bible cannot command us to respect someone that we just don't respect. So if you don't respect someone, there's nothing you can do about that. If someone has lost respect in your eyes, I mean, that ship has sailed. It's gonna take a long time for them to reestablish themselves as a respectful person in your opinion, or respectable person in your opinion. This is why the Bible never tells us to respect our mother and father, or respect our pastors, or respect those in authority, or respect elected officials. The Bible doesn't say to respect those people. The Bible says to honor those people. Honor your mother and your father, and your days will be long. Teachers and preachers are worthy of double honor. Elected officials and police officers and presidents and all those people deserve our honor, which means I can honor a position even when I don't respect the person. I can honor the position even when I don't respect the person. My pastor is both an honorable and a respectable person. I respect him as a person, so I respect Gilbert Andre Thompson, the person, but even if he wasn't a respectable person, the Bible still holds me to honor the position that God has given him, which is a pastor, which is an apostolic overseer, which is a father in the faith in my life and in our organization's life. I think sometimes we think that just because we can't respect the person, that gives us license to dishonor that person's position. And I'm sorry, but the Bible never gives us license to gossip about, to slander, to, just to say negative things, especially in public or to other people, about those who are in positions of honor. David was harassed by King Saul. King Saul had an evil demonic spirit that had been assigned to his life. King Saul was not anointed to be the king. The Spirit of the Lord had departed from King Saul. King Saul was literally attacking David by throwing spears at him. And here's what David says: "Far be it from me to touch God's anointed one." See, David understood the difference between honoring Saul's position and respecting Saul as a person. Whether or not you've ever met a police officer and respect them as a person, their badge and their uniform actually means that you have to honor their position, even if you don't respect them personally. You may know a judge outside of the courtroom. You may not respect them as a person, but when they put on the uniform and they stand behind, I don't even know what that's called, but when they throw the gavel, you have to honor their position. You may have known someone before they got married, but when the pastor says all stand for the entrance of the bride, you honor that person's position on that day and from that moment on, as long as they are a wife. You may have known a person personally, and they may have done something disrespectful to you or to others personally, but that never gives us license to dishonor people's position. You are going to need this if you are going to make it for the marathon that is ministry, because there are going to be many Sauls that are going to throw spears at you if you are anointed to be a David. If God has pulled you from the shepherd's field and placed you in the palace and anointed you to be king and anointed you to rule, anointed you to lead, I think that leadership is a gift of the Holy Spirit. If God has anointed you to lead, then there are always going to be Sauls in your life. And if you're gossiping about the Sauls in your life, if you are spreading negative reports about the Sauls in your life, if you are taking advantage of your influence to try to demise or dismantle Saul's leadership or Saul's kingdom, man, that is not godly and it's not biblical. Actually, sometimes God will place a Saul in your life to challenge whether or not you have the heart of God and character. There have been seasons of my life where I've had amazing leaders that are leading me. There are seasons of my life where I haven't had amazing leaders leading me. And the challenge in the moments where I have not had amazing leaders, but I've kind of had some leaders that I'm giving a side eye to, I'm secretly kind of like losing respect for them. That's the moments where I actually have to prove to God that I have character, that there are just some things that I will not do, that there are some non-negotiable things on the table, and I will never gossip about a leader. Why? Because I know that one day I'm gonna do some things that may be disrespectful, and I would hope to God that people will honor my position even when they can't respect me as a person. And so maybe right now you attend a church and maybe you've seen a behind the scenes glimpse of a leader and maybe you've lost some awe or some respect for them. I want to challenge you. Or maybe you're a wife and you're just really struggling to honor your husband. See, the Bible doesn't say to respect your husband. The Bible says to honor your husband. Maybe you're a teenager right now and your parent is an alcoholic, or your parent, like me, my dad was a drug addict, and it's just really, really hard to respect your mother or your father. But the Bible doesn't say to respect them. The Bible says to honor them. And so there are certain things in my life that I've done to honor my parents. Because I can't always respect them. I can't always respect those who are in leadership above me. But you know what? I can always honor them. Let me just look at my notes real quick. And the last thing, here we go. I'm glad I looked at my notes because I don't want to forget what I want to tell you. The last thing is this: submission is only necessary when there's a lack of agreement. See, when you agree with your leader, then it's easy, it's smooth sailing. But when there's a lack of agreement, that's really when we know whether or not that person is a leader in your life. Because real leadership is proven in moments where I have to, like Jesus say, not my will, but your will be done. The test of leadership is this. Can you have a strong enough will to actually get the job done, but not have such a strong will that you're stubborn and obstinate and no one can lead you? When I was 21, 22, I was just like really bullheaded. I'm like, if anyone's familiar with the Enneagram, I'm an 8 on the Enneagram. So I am a challenger. I am like self-driven. I'm very, very motivated. And you know, God used leaders in my life who I didn't necessarily respect to humble me and to break my will. Because if you're too strong-willed, God can't actually use you. But if you don't have a strong will at all, God also can't use you. So we're not living life in the extremes. We're actually trying to find the balance where I have such a strong will that I can get the job done, but I don't have such a strong will that I'm constantly disrespecting and dishonoring those who are in leadership above me. The real test of leadership is not how I follow when everything is going well, but how do I follow when everything is kind of falling apart? And when things are falling apart, if I criticize the leader, if I gossip about the leader, if I use my influence to spread a negative report about that person that God has placed in a position of authority, I actually reveal that I'm insecure and that I'm coveting their position. I want to challenge you, if you're a youth pastor right now, or if you're a number 2 leader, or you're somewhere on the org chart and you're not the top boss, the top dog, let me help you, because the enemy is going to tempt you to covet that top leader's position. But guess what? Even that top leader has to be submitted to someone. And I think that sometimes we idolize a life where we're not submitted to anybody. But honestly, a train is most free when it's on the tracks. A train is most free when it's on the tracks. And so I found in my life that having leaders that I'm submitted to has actually become a safety mechanism, a guardrail for me. And I have learned the difference between honor and respect. And it has saved me so many arguments, so many fights, so much spiritual contention and spiritual energy is wasted when we don't know the difference between honor and respect. Hey, I hope this video blessed you. This is a leadership nugget. I love talking about leadership. I think that when the leader gets better, everyone gets better. And God wants to take you as far as you're willing to go. And my job is to get you there as fast as you're willing to go. You don't have to spend lots of money on conferences. Hey, I want to provide awesome YouTube content for free, just for you, for your leadership team. Maybe share this with some people who are leading alongside you. Help us get this message to the world. If you would subscribe, comment, and share, that would mean the world to me and the whole Manny Arango Ministries team. Hey, we love you. I'll see you next week, and I hope this content has really added value to your life. Peace.